Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we will be testing out a new litter. It is Sustainably Yours. This was on my list, but it was like really way down, honestly. There was like so many litter that I get like advertised to that I want to try. But this was recommended to me by 2 people in the same week. And I was like, okay, what is this hype? What is going on? I did purchase this off of Petco. It was $40 for a 26-pound bag, so it is a little bit steep. I'm not gonna lie. It's similar priced on Chewy and Amazon. Hopefully it's as amazing as it sounds, cause for this price, it better be magic. So this is recommended by Jackson Galaxy, aka the Cat Daddy. If you don't know who Jackson Galaxy is in the cat world, look him up. He is highly recognized as like a cat expert. He had his own show. I think it's still ongoing. I'm not sure. He has said it's the best cat litter I've ever used in the big 3 categories: clumping, tracking, and odor control. We're really gonna put this to the test, and we're gonna see if Jackson Galaxy is telling the truth. Let's get into the features of this litter. So this litter is 100% sustainable, made from corn and cassava, 2 plants that are completely natural, renewable, biodegradable, and compostable. Our specially prepared corn and cassava formula has exceptional odor-fighting properties. It instantly neutralizes offensive smells without added chemicals or fragrances, and it keeps on working no matter how many cats you have. It has firm and fast clumping. Remarkably, firm clumps trap all residual odor, and unlike ordinary plant-based litter, it can be easily scooped out without breaking or crumbling. For convenience, clumps can be flushed. Lighter in color than alternatives, our dust-free litter makes it easy to keep the litter box tidy and spot differences in your cat's urine. So I bought the Multicat Plus extra odor control. For some reason I thought I bought the original, but I guess I didn't. They do make one with large grains. That's what they call it. So I have been warned about this litter that tracking is going to be insane because it is sand-like. This litter is dust-free, chemical-free, fragrance-free. We'll put this to the test. Hopefully we'll get a month out of this litter, and I'll come back to you with my full review. So it's been 2 months and we've used 3 different versions of this litter. We've tried the fine grain, we've tried the Multicat, and we've tried the larger grain version. Now, the fine grain is like sand. So the Multicat one was like a hybrid of the fine and the larger grain, so it's like a combo mixture. The large grain was larger grains, significantly larger than the sandy one. And I would say it is more or less the same size, if not larger, than what you would find in traditional clay litter. And on top of testing the 3 different versions, I've also tested this litter in my automatic litter box. This litter is very interesting. It's like a hybrid of clay and sustainable litter. You basically get the best of both worlds. You get the clumping capability that you get with clay litter, and you get the sustainability aspect that you would get for eco-friendly litter. Let's dive right into the pros and cons. Starting off with pros, this litter, all 3 types, clump really well, especially the fine grain one. I'm really amazed at how well it clumped. It's not like rock hard, but it's fairly compact. With the larger grain, I feel like it's better or about the same as clay litter. It's not like it's breaking into these super teeny pieces, because the larger grains are bigger, I would say, than what you would find in clay litter. The second pro is the odor control. Very impressive with this. Like, you cannot smell any urine with solids. It does smell when it's freshly dropped, but as soon as they cover it, like within a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds or so, like the smell is gone, and like it's really impressive, you guys. So someone pooped and it really didn't smell at all, which is crazy because we were literally 10 feet away. So my third pro is that this litter slides off very well, and I think that speaks to its like drying or absorbing capability. You just give it a little nudge and it just pops right off. There really isn't any finessing you have to do to get it off or like worry that you're gonna like break it. And even if it does break, which has happened before, it's still like really large pieces, not really crumbly. This leads me to my last pro, which is specifically for the automatic litter box users. This litter works beautifully with automatic litter boxes, and that is because it clumps very well and it absorbs really well. So the clumps, they're fairly dry, they're compact, so when the litter box goes to like automatically sift out these clumps, it's not sticking to the litter box, it's not sticking to like the little grate that it uses to like sift it out. It just leaves the overall litter box really clean. And I guess this leads to my next point, which is a sub point of this. It dries out the solids really well, especially the fine one. The fine version of this litter coats the solids really well, and it does not leave any like poo streaks when it like turns. Now moving on to the cons. The first major con is tracking. And I already expected tracking with the fine grain or original, whatever you want to call it. It was so terrible and disgusting. Yeah, I said it. It was disgusting because it's essentially sand. This litter is so fine, so sandy. It tracks everywhere. I'm not even joking. Within one use, you're gonna find it all over your house. All right, it's been like an hour and a half. 2 of them have used it, but it feels like we're walking at the beach, or we came back from the beach. There's just sand everywhere. Like, whew. I don't think I can go without a litter mat. Like, oh my God. It literally feels like I came back from the beach and I took half the beach home. And literally after a few days, we found it everywhere. Coffee table, in our bed. Literally, Sven sleeps in between our pillows. Litter is right there. On our office desk, on our sofa, on our kitchen countertops. I have black countertops, and literally overnight, within like 8 hours, you'll see litter all over. And I've tried it with a litter mat, and literally even with a litter mat, after one day you're gonna have to vacuum. Keep in mind, I do have 3 cats and they were primarily using that litter, so maybe it's not as bad for one cat, but I had to vacuum every day. Now with the large grain version, it is less tracking, however it's still a lot. Like, I would still have to vacuum every other day at a minimum to just kind of keep things at bay. And this is still with a litter mat. With the large grain, you're not going to find it everywhere, like on your kitchen countertops, on your coffee table or desk. It did travel up the stairs, but it was not as bad as the fine litter. I only really had one con that was applicable to your average cat owner. My second con is more for cats that have like bowel issues. So Sven, he's on medication that upsets his stomach quite often, and there are periods of time where he's just having diarrhea all the time. And I'm not just saying it's mushy poo, it's literally explosive. So with this litter, whether it's the fine grain version or the large grain version, it's not conducive with diarrhea whatsoever. It literally breaks into teeny poop clumps, and you can't pick it out at all. You literally have to toss the entire thing. I mean, you can pick it out. I tried. I spent like 45 minutes sitting there trying to pick up little teeny pieces. But at that point, like, you might as well just toss the whole thing. So here are my final thoughts. I really enjoyed this litter. I've tested a lot of litter, so I don't say this lightly. I think this is one of the best clumping litters I have ever used. Now, the tracking does drive me insane, but I feel like us cat owners, we're kind of used to tracking. Now, this might be a little worse depending on which version you get. Now, I don't recommend the fine version. Tracking is just too crazy for me. I do not want to go to bed every night in a litter box, essentially. Alright guys, I hope you guys found this review helpful. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you in our next video. Bye!